I love pageantry.
It's impossible. Oh, I'm gonna go see the new Hobbit movie, are you?
It was amazing.
We met at the Renfest.
I know, like, I'm actually still getting over a cold, but I still...
And now we live together.
Oh, I missed it!
Okay, so I assume I should introduce myself.
They needed a bad guy this year. You said I know a bad guy.
You didn't have to do them over, so I'd rather talk louder than I had to.
There's something different about actors, right? As everybody knows. Here we are coming into season 7. I'm still here.
It did end up feeling like Mickey Mouse after a while.
They kind of create their own magic.
Queens can be the good guys too. Not in this case, but...
I'm awesome. Just how it works.
Project, compete with cars. Damn cars. Can't you see we're filming here? Sure.
Do you want me to stare at the camera or at you?
Yes. Wait, are you talking to me or talking to my character?
You decided you needed 2 clowns on the crew, didn't you?
It's a good feeling to know that there are that many people there.
And that means I can focus completely on those blades coming at actors.
Yeah, I miss the pub. I don't drink much, but I do miss the pub. It was always cheerful.
Playing out on the set is probably the most fun I've had in a while. I like the rush.
Yeah, the rush?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts, being a pirate.
The Renfest has been an awesome experience for me. It's one of the few chances to improv with a script. I got my Bachelor of Arts from the University of Alberta in Canada.
I've always done a bit of acting, but I'm more of an amateur, and I like the improv as a villager because you interact with a lot of people and you get to have a lot of fun and just make up things that really stick in people's minds. It was right before on-site rehearsal. It was the Monday before on-site rehearsal. So that was a really exciting Renfest.
Good timing.
Yes.
I love that I've got the easiest costume on cast.
He doesn't have to wear a corset.
I don't have to.
But we're not the newest. We might be the most sappy one, but we're not the newest anymore.
Relationships form and break up all the time.
The concept of playing a pirate was really appealing to me because, I mean, who doesn't want to play a pirate? Christina's experiences at Paramount and my history doing 6 years of judo, doing 6 years of professional wrestling, and my love of the sword, I actually met my wife. She was cast as Cobbs' love interest. My acting training is with a Meisner technique, which is all about listening. Just the thrill of going out every day into an audience that you don't know how they're going to react. I'm not big on the music. I love singing. I'm not the best singer in the world.
Well, this was a pretty different experience for me. I've been working in economics and teaching, so I had a really glorious time. I hadn't worked with a play for 7 years, and I hadn't acted in a play in about 14. I pushed myself as hard as I could. It was pretty challenging for me, but really everyone gave me such positive feedback while I was going through the kind of transformation, and I really felt at ease doing it.
I consider my personal goal to be the most annoying I can be. Considering that my drama teacher wasn't all that great and I didn't have a lot of acting experience, I would say that the Renaissance Festival did help a lot. As more of an improv actor, we don't get, you know, a defined character already and we don't have lines to follow. We have to make it all up and define our own character. You have to know a bit about your own character so that you know how to interact with other villagers, how you would interact with the customers that come in, the vendors. The better defined role that you have as your character really helps enhance the customer's experience.
Very young, I was always into theater. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I was talking to my wife and I was telling her, you know, I really want to get back into theater. I miss it. I said, yeah, absolutely. Well, when do they meet? I said, well, can you be there today? Oh, this is kind of cool. Didn't really know what to expect. Never done anything like it before. And that's just kind of the person I am. I'm very outgoing. I like joking around, and it just seems actors always understood me better. So when you finally get to that point where it's like, yeah, that's it. That's what we need. And then you do that over and over again, and you hear people, and you know, you get the reaction. It was fantastic. I've always been a person where if you make a commitment to something, you need to be able to make a commitment to something. You need to be able to put the time in and devote yourself to it.
I came on in season 1 and had a lot of fun. It's been a lot of hard work, don't get me wrong. It's not an easy ride, but it is a fun ride. Unmistakably one of the best things I've ever done in my life. I've been known to be a bit of a bumbling fool myself. Part of the fact that the character is a little bit caricaturish means I can have some open, natural fun with this character.
I've been involved in theater and drama in school, and I come from a trade show security background. It's a lot of work that goes into it.
I try to let my imagination soar. Get inspired by one little thing, and I let that flow in my brain until it evolves into something, blossoms, and I can try and make it happen. No, it's a lot of fun to play with the kids and have them all just kind of come towards me and kind of create their own magic, and I just love to feed off that. It really helps me to be a childlike character myself.
Before, the thought of getting up and like talking to people and having to come up with things on the spot was like, but it doesn't like put my tummy all in butterflies like it used to, just going out as the queen. It's, you know, another day. Musician on several different instruments, I sing, I've done some dancing, pretty much anything that is classified as art, that's me. Producing is a lot harder than you would think. I have a little bit of empathy for what you go through now.
I joined the Renfest when I got an email going, "Can you make some pirate coats?" And then I did, and it never occurred to me to stop making stuff. There's always some things that aren't pretty, but that's just how it works. I went to school for fashion design and making clothes for people who are not 6 feet tall and 10 inches around. And lots of different sizes is way more fun. I think I might be the only one on cast who regularly wears corsets and skirts.
I'm always both in trouble and causing the trouble. Most of my theater work has been indoors. Doing stuff outside is completely different. Especially having the audience that close to you is a much different experience because you see their faces rather than everyone being blurred by blinding light. I've done things I've thought I'd never do, like sword fighting. That's certainly different. Being sneakily coerced into being the assistant costumer, that was certainly an experience.
I love you, hon.
I love you too. Julie walks up to me and goes, "Something's wrong with my costume!" And I go, "What?" She's like, "I don't know!" And I go, "Alright, fine, let's go to the green room, drop your hoops." It's like this weird temporal vortex where both realities met at the same time, and it was just like, I'm surprised the universe didn't just go.
Julia Fox, who was playing the Queen, we were working on a streetcar named Desire, and she suggested I come along to audition for it. I kind of went out to the audition, got to meet everybody, and got to see what a great group of people everybody was and how tight-knit everybody was, so it was something I really wanted to be a part of.
Because it was something new for me as an actor. It was out of my comfort zone too. You really have to know your surroundings because the environment can change day to day depending on the weather, depending on the crowd. You always have to be, I think, much more on your toes when you're in such a big space. At the beginning it was coming out a little bit German, and then at times it was becoming a little bit Scottish. But when those two accents came together, I got French.
The thing I've done in theater up until recently has been comedy or musical comedy. The sillier it is, the better I like it. I mean, he's the cook. A real challenge finding, you know, foam rubber things that actually had enough weight to throw. The potato is on the potato's on the table there. Yeah, there you go. I do a stupid leprechaun accent with no trouble at all. If you'd wanted me to learn something like from Northern Ireland or something like that, it would have been a lot more difficult. I like all of the obvious accents. I think I do them quite well. I have lots of experience in Gilbert and Sullivan, so...
It gives me a chance to express my talents and my skills as a builder, as a designer. I've loved the medieval and Renaissance time periods and well, a lot of time periods in general, craving the atmosphere that we came to love at the Ontario and the Maryland Renaissance Festival. I definitely enjoy the research that goes into how do we build this, how do we make it look like it's from the time period, how can we make it come apart so it can be put away and put into storage and easy to transport. I've just always loved building things, and I love the craftsmanship involved.
I'm an actor first and foremost, and it's because I've been doing it for so long. I worked with Paramount Home Video, and we did a lot of, this is the scripted, this is what you have to say, this is what you have to do. But because we're in public, this is the improv, this is the life, this is the, I'm definitely the personality type that says, ooh, this is a challenge, let's do it. A lot of learning, a lot of growing. We're always constantly aware of who's around us, and we're always responding, and I don't find it scary anymore. It's quite the challenge, and we dance, and that's an actor's job. We're there to be embarrassed for your enjoyment. I can't see myself doing anything else.